Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we had some great action this past weekend at WCHA.tv, where you've got the best seat in the house. There you can stream any game on any device. We're down to the Final Four, two best-of-3 semifinal series, with the winners duking it out for the Jeff Sauer WCHA Championship trophy. The top seed Minnesota State joined by the Huskies, Wildcats, and Falcons. Oh my. We start in Marquette. Game 1 on a Friday night. Bowling Green, led by Florida Panther prospect Ryan Bednard, on the road against Atte Tolvanen and Northern Michigan. Feisty crowd on hand, and the Falcons try to calm them early. A Wildcat penalty helps. Alec Rawhauser enters the game with 37 points on the season. Add another to the helper column. He sends it to Stephen Bayless. Max Johnson's shot sneaks through. It's called a goal on the ice. Take another look. Remember, it has to completely cross the line. So close, but they rule it a goal, and Bowling Green is up 1-0. Later in the first, Northern Michigan with the man advantage this time. Troy Loggins and Adam Rockwood playing catch on the blue line. Loggins with the one-timer to tie it up at 1. We've seen him do that so many times this year. The cannon from up top. Still tied early second, another Wildcat PP. Phil Ballou, active all season on the score sheet. He was again tonight. Sends it to Rockwood in the slot. Robbie Payne, hardly a window to shoot, but he finds it. Past Bednard's big glove and in. 2-1 Northern Michigan. Midway point of the game, and it's Rockwood again. Setting things up, Loggins over to Phil Ballou, and he unleashes a blast to make it 3-1. Rockwood now with 40 assists on the season. This line wasn't done. Same shift, in fact, just 27 seconds later, and Anthony Paskaruk scores his first of the year. Wildcats score 6 unanswered goals in the 6-1 win. They take Game 1 and another step closer to the WCHA Championship game. Let's jump over to Mankato. The top seed Minnesota State hosting number 5 Michigan Tech and first-year coach Joe Shawn. Connor Lecouvier between the pipes for the Mavericks against Devin Carroll for the Huskies. And Carroll kept them in this one early. MSU pressuring. Jake Jaremko with 13 goals into the game. Great chance in close. Carroll stops him not once but twice to keep it scoreless. But you can't keep them down for long. Late first period, still 0-0. Jared Spooner looks harmless enough against 4 backcheckers, but he blows it by Carroll for a 1-0 lead. Same score early second, Mankato power play. Jaremko through neutral, drops it off for Parker Toomey. Jaremko gets a piece of it for his 14th of the year, and Minnesota State is up 2. Tech down a pair in the third, but on the attack. A scrum out at center leads to a rush. Another pileup, and it's Joel Esperance who emerges and zips it past Lecouvier to pull the Huskies within 1. But that's as close as they'd get. Mavericks hold on for the 2-1 win. Carroll with 26 saves on the night, but not enough offense as Lecouvier stood strong all night, turning away 18 of 19. Back to Marquette. Northern Michigan fans are fired up for Game 2 on Saturday, but not much on the score sheet, thanks to some stellar goaltending, particularly by Bowling Green's Ryan Bednard. NMU PP in the first. We've seen Loggins score from this spot many times, but Bednard up to the task. He keeps it scoreless with several nice saves throughout. Jump ahead to the third. Falcons on the power play this time. Brent DeAndrea and Cameron Wright do-si-do at the line. John Schilling with a shot, and Connor Ford slams it home. And that's the game winner. Bowling Green takes Game 2 1-0. They even up the best-of-3 series at 1 game apiece. On Saturday in Mankato, Michigan Tech trying to do the same, even up the series, and live to play another day. They'll do so without Devin Carroll, who was injured, so Patrick Munson gets the nod. He'd get help early. On a rare mistake by one of the top goalies in the country, Lecouvier reaches for it with the mitt but misses, and Justin Misiak does not. That's an unassisted goal and a 1-0 lead. Each team would add a goal in the first, so it's 2-1 Tech midway through the contest. But too many chances for the Huskies. Lecouvier with 1 save, 2 saves, but Raymond Bryce finally gets it to go, and Michigan Tech leads 3-1. Mavericks are scrambling. Special teams always helps. Late second, Ian Scheid with a blast. Big rebound, Jaremko can't finish, but Dallas Gerads does. He pulls Minnesota State within 1. Still 3-2 in the closing seconds of the game. MSU with the empty net, but they can't win the offensive zone draw. Dylan Stamen puts this one on ice with his 7th of the year, and Michigan Tech evens up the series with a 4-2 win. They would be back for more in Mankato. So 4 teams left, and both series go to the decisive Game 3. Back in Marquette on Sunday. This one's tied at 1 midway through the third. Ryan Black with a casual shot toward the net, but Joseph Nardi deflects it by Bednard, and Northern Michigan is up 2-1 with 10 minutes to play. Bowling Green down to their final out. Closing seconds, 6-on-5. And just like the Wildcats did, Rawhauser always taking the big shots. The wrister is tipped by Mitch McLean with 8 seconds left, and we are heading to overtime. And talk about big shots. How many times have we seen Troy Loggins do this?
Puck thrown towards the goal, score! Ah! Cats win! Cats win! Oh yeah! Woo!
Dave Danis with the call as seen on WCHA.TV. Loggins with the overtime game winner, and Northern Michigan wins 3-2 to clinch the 3-game series 2-1. Now will they travel to Mankato or play at home next Saturday against Tech? All's quiet early on Sunday in Mankato, but it wouldn't be for long. Tempers flaring in this pivotal Game 3. 8 penalties in the first period, 4 aside, but things would calm down in the second. Just as a Minnesota State penalty expires, Baltus takes the pass out of the corner, walks in and gives it to Jake Jackson for the redirect, and Michigan Tech strikes first, 1-0. Just a few minutes later, Mavs get one back. No surprise, on the power play. Zeb Knutson, his first shot is blocked, second one is in. Patrick Munson completely screened by C.J. Cease. That ties the game at 1, and this one would head to overtime. A great chance in the extra frame. Cease again in front. Gerads waltzes in, but he can't get the shot off. Tech responds. Seconds later, Jackson goes end-to-end. Shot from the high slot, and the Huskies do it again. They upset the top seed Minnesota State 2-1 the final for the game and the series. They won it all last year and survive as the 5 seed to return to the championship game. It'll be a matchup of 2 first-year coaches, the Wildcats' Grant Patolny and the Huskies' Joe Shawn, in the All-Upper Peninsula final. The single-game championship is next Saturday, March 17th, a St. Patrick's Day party in Marquette, with number 5 Michigan Tech at number 2 Northern Michigan. The winner takes home the inaugural Jeff Sauer WCHA Championship trophy and earns an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. And remember, you can see all the action anywhere on any device by simply logging on to WCHA.TV. Where they come to play, we come to watch. That's it for this week. Tourney time continues with the championship next Saturday, and we'll be back with all the highlights from the UP, plus a look at the NCAA tournament brackets. The Frozen Four just a few weeks away, right down the road here. Thanks again for joining us, and until next time, I'm Ryan Phelps saying so long from St. Paul.